tripod here with my phone to see if I can give you a better view of throwing some planters. So 580 Pottery is my brand pottery. You can find my pottery at 580Pottery.com. You can order online. We ship across the United States. We deliver locally, and you can arrange a curbside pickup. We'll be doing a few community shows this year. We just finished up Mount Pillier Arts Festival. We're looking to be in Beaver Dam, their Heritage Day in October. We're going to be signing up for that soon. So I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit better view of throwing some planters. So let's begin. I won't be able to see who's there because I got the camera pointing downwards, but we'll see how this works out. The clay is pretty soft today. This is reclaimed clay, which means this is leftover clay from previous throwings where I dried it out and wedged it up, and now it's reclaimed. It's new clay now, so I'm using it for these planters. Right now I'm centering the clay, just pushing it up and down. Trying to get all the clay molecules in the same direction. Usually do this a few times, kind of have an idea of when it's centered. If you're interested in taking classes for pottery, Rosewood Pottery on Cary Street in Richmond, Virginia, that's where I threw for a while. Now I have my own studio behind my house, and I'm throwing here and then taking it to Rosewood for firing and glazing. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so I feel like we got it centered now. Now we're going to start with the fun part. Hope you all can see. Actually, you're being able to see pretty good, actually. This one's going to be pretty big. It's about 2 pounds of clay. Like I said, the clay is pretty soft because it was reclaimed. It didn't have all of its liquid taken out of it. slow the wheel down a little bit. Bring this out a little bit. It's a little too straight up and down. All right. Now we're going to compress the bottom. This reduces cracks. This is throwing these planters, or probably pretty much anything, is about a 5 to 7 step process, depending on what you want your end result to be. And at any time during that process, something could happen and you could lose your pot. And also it takes about 4 to 5 weeks to produce a piece, but I have about 5 to 8 or more going through any particular step at any given time. So I'm just pushing clay down to the center to get it compressed with this spoon. I find this spoon works a lot better than my finger. A lot of potters use their fingers, but I just feel like I get an uneven surface. Alright, so then we got a little squeegee, not squeegee, but chamois cloth here. Gonna smooth out the edge. Alright, just take off some clay here at the bottom. Alright, we're done with that one. This is a bat, this green thing. Helps me take this off the wheel and pop another one on there. So, okay, let's put that one aside. We'll do another one. Got these little pins right here that I connect this on. Alright, clean this baby off. Do another one. I'll start the wheel up as fast as it'll go. I really would like it to be faster, but that's as fast as it'll go. Alright, once again, centering the clay. The not so fun part. Hey Donna, this is Samuel Little. I'm a potter on the side with 580 Pottery. You can see my work at 580pottery.com. I've got some items on sale online. This is the first time I've done like a bird's eye view of throwing. I don't know about you all, but it's been raining every day. Kind of peaceful today with the rain. Like I was saying, if you want to take classes, I work with Rosewood Pottery. They're on Cary Street, Richmond, Virginia. I'm not sure when they're going to start classes back up, but go on their website at Rosewood and go to the email on there and send an email to Donna, and she'll put you on the list and give you some more information as to when they're going to start back up. So they've got beginner classes, advanced classes. They've got lots of room, lots of flexibility with the customers, spotters. Alright, now with the fun part, bringing this up. It's probably about 4 inches tall right now. Got a little hole down there. Wheel's turning a little too fast. Alright, on that last one there was something I forgot to do. It's just added aesthetics. It's to flip the rim. So now we're going to compress the bottom again. Just going to push that clay to the center. A little hole there in the bottom, we're going to push that out. I'm applying a pretty good bit of pressure here with two hands. As you can see, kind of like this. My right hand is keeping it steady while the other hand is pushing down. Alright, can't see this part, but I'm going to take some off the bottom, off the sides here. And I guess I'm going to flip that edge out like I talked about earlier. So let's do that. Just pop this baby out like that. Put a little nice rim on there. The part about that rim is look pretty easy to do, but it is. But it takes a lot of willpower and faith. that that's going to come out like that. Alright, so let's, I want to get some of this moisture out of here. Okay. Alright, so planter number 2 down. Let's see, who else is joining us here? Oh, hey Miss Studi, doing goblet planters today. And I'm giving you a bird's eye view here. Yep, that one looks pretty good. Alright. This clay, when I'm pushing it down like that, it's spiraling in on itself and compressing the clay. Come up like this in a cone, and then you push it to the side and it'll spiral down, kind of like a upside down tornado, how when it spins it compresses in the center. Compresses to the center. And you push in to the side and it comes straight up. There's really nowhere else for the clay to go but up. And as it comes up, you got it. And as it's going down, you got it. I am pushing down just a little bit. And I am pulling up just a little bit. But kind of have to force the clay a little bit. And once again, we're bringing this down. Really only using water to keep down the friction. I don't like to use a lot of water, just enough to have my hands slide on the clay. You want to kind of keep this slippery clay on your hands, that way you don't have to use as much water. Alright, now for the fun part. Everything is kind of work together to brace each other. So I'm just going to push down right here in the center. I'm not going all the way down to the bottom. Depends on what you're making, so it's going down to be about 1/4 of an inch or a little more from the bottom. And I'm holding that edge on the inside and pushing in from the outside, and still kind of bringing the clay up. At some point both your hands are going to come up together with that clay. You want to always, after every pull, you want to put your finger here on the top to keep the top centered. If you're a beginner, you've seen some beginners are like, the top is all going up and down. That's because they don't push that top down after every pull. It's really important to do that to keep that really level at the top. Now I'm pulling up pretty quick because the wheel's spinning really fast. You can't pull up faster than the wheel's spinning. Gotta have one full revolution of the clay as it's coming up. Or it'll get a twist in it. Coming up kind of slow this time because I'm kind of compressing the clay. It is pretty thin, and I just want to pull it up, try to get a little bit of height on it. This one's about 3.5 inches tall. It looks taller really than it is. Now we're going to compress the bottom like we've done before. Just get some of this moisture out of the bottom. The water weakens the clay, so you don't want to use much moisture. And once again, compressing, moving towards the center, pushing down pretty hard. Pressing this back and forth. Now with these planters, I'm not having a lot of cracking. But if I was to make a bowl out of this, on the bottom I might have what's called an S crack, and it literally is the shape of an S. And you could have a crack all the way through sometimes. Alright. Clean up the outside a little bit. Alright, one more down. Now let's get rid of that little thing at the bottom. Okay. Oh, wow, that was a little hard. Alright, let's set this one aside. We're going to do one more, and then I'm going to stop. We're going to do the base for the goblet planters. Those are going to be like mini candle holders, or candle holders. Base of the goblet planters. coming in here to pull this up, I'm cupping it. So I'm cupping it at as far below as I can and pressing together, and that clay is shooting straight up and then coming across the top to kind of even it out. Don't want your the base of your clay to be like a volcano, because in that flat area you're gonna lose a lot of clay. So you want to keep it, I usually put my thumb right there and get that off. You want to keep it nice and clean and not let it mushroom out, for lack of a better term. I'm going to just come down and make it like a hockey puck shape here. Alright. I put my finger right there to kind of make it nice and neat. And I don't always use the same finger to do this hole here. Just depends on what I feel like at the time. So I'm holding the center, just holding it there, and I'm pulling in from the outside to the center. So I'm not pulling with this finger. I am pulling up just a little bit. It's getting up probably. I'm staying really steady on the inside. Got a little bit of excess clay there. Any clay, I'm going to get rid of it anyway. You don't want to try to push it back on the clay, on the pot, because that clay is supposed to come off anyway. Like I said before, the clay is pretty wet. And I wasn't really sure how it's going to work today. Alright, I think that's good for this one. We're going to compress the bottom. I got a pretty good bit of clay at the bottom. If you're already down where you think it's going to be when it's finished, then when you're going to be hitting the bottom. Alright. I'm going to clean up the side here. Getting a little wobbly. Alright, whoa, it's getting really wobbly. Slow this baby down. Alright, now we're going to flip this edge out. Getting a little stiffy there. Alright. Clean up the outside a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to stop and I will get some clay prepared for